oh, there has to be a lower version. Like, we are beyond deeper than hell at this point. At this point, guys think meeting at a bench at a grocery store is sufficient.
Yes, because in many cases it is sufficient. See, if a woman wants higher quality dates, she needs to be at a higher quality level of herself. And if she were at that level of quality herself, well, she wouldn't be attracting men who ask her out to a bench at a grocery store.
Back in my day,
About 25 years ago,
if they didn't ask you out on a proper date and take you for dinner, you would not be going. And I stand by that firmly. I will not waste my time with anybody who doesn't ask me out on a proper date.
yeah, and the guys who still do the whole dinner and a movie thing, don't waste their time with single moms over 40 who post cringe on TikTok.
You have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting.
Let's be honest, if every man in the world decided to come together and force anything on women, it will be done. Remember, men gave you women's rights. Let that sink in. You know what you should let sink in? A deep conditioner, because I could feel the flakes flying off your scalp from here, honey. I already know what you look like.
So, let me get this straight. You're gonna talk crap about a man's looks?
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
Sweetie, go look in the mirror.
Oh my God! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Okay, you got me there. But that is not a crime.
So, a woman who spent a fortune on plastic surgery and fake milk bags attempting to look like the male fantasy version of the ideal woman is into guys with dad bods?
Right.
Yeah, that's about as likely as the guys with the dad bods being as successful as she is on that website that starts with only.
I'm in the forest. Would you rather I was in that forest all by myself with a bear, like a grizzly bear or whatever, or a man?
But like, what pool of men is the man taken from?
Any.
So in the whole world, like it's one of 3.5 billion men. I mean,
It's not one of my friends or you or my brother or whatever.
probably a man.
Really? Why?
Because in a distribution of 3.5 billion men, I would guess that the chance that you get a bad one is pretty low.
Really?
I think it's pretty low.
What
yeah.
about a bear? You want how many?
I mean, grizzly bears are hungry, right? Like they go for people. There's other bears I think that don't go for people, though I'm not a bear expert.
Okay. But like a bear would do it out of instinct. A man would...
Or a man would just... A bear would do it out of instinct and a man would not do it out of moral principles. Also, what is it even referring to?
I mean, I've never been attacked by a bear. I've been attacked by men.
How many bears have you encountered in your life? How many men have you encountered in your life? A few more than bears.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yes, exactly. But it's like I still think statistically you're better off with a man. Like saying
Just like...
Oh, shut up.
Sweetie, I know it sucks when you try to reinforce the man-hating ideology and your boyfriend dismantles it just by using logic, but let me mansplain the reality to you. If you were in the woods and you ran into a random man, 99.99% of the time he'd just ignore you and go about his business, because seriously, most women aren't nearly as tempting as they think they are. On the other hand, if you were in the woods and you ran into a random grizzly bear, well, that bear would think you're just a weird-looking deer or an oversized possum and it would eat you alive. Unless you quickly pull out your phone and show it your TikTok page, at which point the bear would still eat you alive, but he'd also live stream it on TikTok just to piss off your audience.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.